I'm so mad. And you'll find out why soon enough. I'm laughing with tears in my bloodshot eyes. This is your host in the Crypt of Terror, the Crypt Keeper, ready to start off my mag. Ha! That's a laugh. With another tale of terror guaranteed to curdle your anemic blood and shiver your scrawny bodies. Later on, in my usual spot following the Vault Keeper, you'll find something really horrible. But now, I'll begin the spine-tingling yarn I call survival or death. The Macy Warner cargo ship Port-au-Prince knifed through the tossing Caribbean waters, bound for the United States. On board, Gregory Macy leaned on the deck rail, staring out at the blue sea. His partner, Charles Warner, stood at his side. Heavens, Gregory, this may be one of our ships and all that, but it certainly wasn't a good idea to ride it back to the States. Frankly, I'm bored stiff. I'm sorry, Charles. I thought the rest would do us both good. What I wouldn't give to be on a luxury liner instead of this old roach-infested scow. Dear, dear Charles, watch the way you talk about a Macy Warner banana boat. Look, Greg, how about doing something, anything, before I go mad? It's almost time for lunch, Charles. We'll talk to Captain Heston. Perhaps he has some suggestions. Later. Delicious lunch, Captain Heston. Thank you, Mr. Macy. And now, you mentioned something about talking to me after we eat? Oh, yes. Charles finds that having nothing to do all day gets on his nerves. He wonders if you have any suggestions that might prove entertaining. Well, Mr. Warner, I'm sorry, but there's nothing very much that you can do on a cargo vessel such as this. Except, perhaps, try popping off a few rats. Rats? There are rats on this boat? Oh, come, Mr. Warner. Don't be naive. There are rats on every ship, even luxury liners. They come aboard when the boat is in port. Charles, remember the ingenious rat trap Wilkins told us about at the club this summer? You remember, with the barrel. Oh, yes. Gad, that would be amusing. Let's build one. At last, some entertainment. Rat trap, gentlemen? Yes, Captain Heston. A diabolically clever little contraption. Look, you fasten a teeter board to the rim of a barrel half filled with water. At the end of the board that extends over the barrel, you tie a wedge of cheese. See? When the rat goes out to get the cheese, the teeter board drops and plop. Into the drink goes the unfortunate devil. Naturally, he drowns. I see. Very ingenious. Yes, but Charles hasn't told you the best part of all. Give me the sketch, Charles. In the center of the barrel, you seal a pipe. Oh, about 3 inches in diameter. It must extend above the surface of the water slightly. Upon this pipe, you secure a small platform of about the same diameter as the pipe. Like so. Then you drill a hole at the bottom of the barrel beneath where the pipe is sealed. I see. It acts as a runoff so the barrel won't fill up.
But why such a complicated setup? All you'd need is the pipe. What is the purpose of the platform?
You'll see, Captain, you'll see. Oh, I say, this is going to be fun, Gregory.
Do you think you can have this made for us, Captain? Exactly as I've drawn it?
Of course, Mr. Macy.
1 hour later, in the hold of the ship.
Perfect. Exactly what we meant.
Now to stack up a few crates so the rats can reach the teeterboard.
Here's the smelliest piece of cheese the cook had.
The crates are stacked and the cheese is tied to the end of the teeterboard.
But, gentlemen, if a rat drops into the barrel, he'll be able to scramble up onto that platform.
Exactly, Captain. Just what we want to happen. Shh. There's one now.
He sees the cheese.
Slowly the rat approaches the cheese. The teeterboard tips, and the rat plunges into the water and climbs out onto the platform, which is just large enough to hold him.
I don't get it, gentlemen.
You'll see, Captain. All right, Greg. There's another one. Which one do you want?
I'll take the first one. Shall we make it 100? The second rat edges out on the teeterboard toward the cheese.
All right, Greg. It's a bet.
The teeterboard tips up and the rat plunges into the water.
Come, Captain. Now you'll see something.
Don't forget, Charles, the first one's mine. The 3 men watch, fascinated, as the second rat swims toward the platform. The first rat crouches upon it, fangs bared, ready to defend his place of safety.
See? See? There's only room for 1 rat on that platform.
Good Lord.
The fight to the death begins. The captain turns away in disgust.
Mine's winning! Mine's winning!
Not yet. There's still some fight left in mine. Finally, the fight is over. The second rat has won. It sits upon the platform, panting as the water below turns red. Here's your 100, Charles.
Better luck next time, Greg.
Next time?
Of course. This can go on for hours. The platform is never submerged as the dead rats pile up because of the runoff.
I don't understand, gentlemen. Trapping the rats is one thing, but why torture them that way? I really don't think the platform is essential.
Purely for entertainment, Captain. Besides, it serves to illustrate our theory.
Theory, gentlemen?
Yes, it demonstrates how one savage beast will destroy another in order to preserve its own life.
You know, the struggle for survival, Captain.
I think that human beings in similar circumstances would behave exactly the same way, gentlemen.
Possibly some human beings, Captain. Certainly not civilized persons such as ourselves.
Even civilized persons such as yourselves, gentlemen.
Bah! You're wrong, Captain. A gentleman is always a gentleman.
Come, Greg, let's hide. I'm 100 up on you.
Well, if you'll excuse me, gentlemen, I have to get back to work.
Huh? Oh, of course, Captain Heston.
Shh! There's another one, Charles. That night, the Macy Warner cargo vessel ran into a stormy sea. Mountainous waves lashed at the ship, tossing it about. 2 of its 3 lifeboats were torn from their moorings and lost. Towards morning, as a fog descended... Captain Heston, there's a crack in the aft hull. We're taking on water.
Prepare to abandon ship.
Captain, what's going on? We're listing.
We're sinking, Mr. Warren. Get into your life jacket and make for the remaining lifeboat.
Good Lord!
Hurry, Charles, hurry! The two ship owners climbed into the lifeboat as the members of the crew poured onto the deck. In a few seconds, the crowded lifeboat was lowered away.
Captain, there are 2 men missing. We're all going to die.
Calm down, Mr. Macy.
When the overcrowded lifeboat reached the water, it began to rock and roll like a matchstick.
We'll be swamped. There's too many of us here. The boat's loaded down too much. Look!
Can't you shut him up, Mr. Warner?
He's right! The water's almost up to the edges!
Suddenly, a figure bobbed up near the pitching lifeboat.
It's Jensen. Here, Jensen. Here, over this way. No, we've no room. One more and we'll surely be swamped.
For God's sake, Mr. Macy.
Jensen reached the lifeboat after a hard struggle, as his hands clasped its sides.
No more room! No more!
Sit down, Mr. Macy. Sit.
Gregory's heel came down on the exhausted crew member's fingers. Again and again he stamped.
No more room! Go away! We'll all drown!
Finally, Jensen's raw and bloody fingers slipped from the gunnels and he disappeared below the surface. Captain Heston screamed at Macy.
A gentleman is always a gentleman, eh, you murderer?
This is different. It was our lives or his. Many for one.
Another figure appeared at the lifeboat's side. Charles seized an oar.
It's Gilpin.
Look out!
The oar splintered as it struck Gilpin's head. Charles teetered, then lost his balance. The lifeboat tipped. Water poured over its side. Suddenly,
We're going over!
Charles Warren, gasping for breath, finally reached the small piece of floating debris.
Thank God. I couldn't have lasted much longer.
Suddenly, another swimming figure moved out of the fog towards him.
Charles! It's me, Greg.
Keep away, Greg. Keep away. This is my piece of wood. It's not big enough to hold 2 of us.
Charles, please. I'm exhausted.
No, go find your own.
All right. I will.
Gregory Macy lunged at his partner. His fingers closed about Charles's throat.
I've found it. I'm going to take it away from you.
The struggle lasted for 5 minutes, maybe more. Finally, Charles's body went limp. It slipped from Greg's fingers and sunk below the waves. Greg looked around.
Oh, Lord. The piece of driftwood. It's gone.
Yes. While Gregory and Charles were fighting, the piece of driftwood had floated off into the thick fog. Poor Greg was too tired to even try to look for it. He just gurgled a little and sank from sight. Even the rats had a better deal than Greg. At least when they won, the platform was still there. And I see that the vault keeper is still there, waiting to tell his horror story. But I won't dig you later as usual. Instead, those two idiots, my editors, have commandeered my space for their own use. Bye. Oh, I'm so mad.